looking at the magnitude of the whole crime, is almost the second largest illegal trade in the world today. So it's a terrible situation, I tell you, and it's increasing day by day.
You saw about 20 young girls, all between, one was 10, and then there were girls between 16, 17, 18, 13. And it was just unbelievable. And that's when I realized that there is no choice. There absolutely is no choice for someone as young as them. There is no way somebody can decide that this is what they want to do for the rest of their life.
The whole modus operandi is changing now. Very small kids are being brought in who would never know who their parents were, and they are being given hormonal injections to grow and to get ready for so it's become very dirty and filthy, and it's very organized, and all big mafias, politicians, police, they're just all part of the crime,
And the law protects them too. So the law says that if you as an individual choose to do prostitution, you are free to do that, but your income cannot be somebody else's income. So no one can be dependent on your income. Nobody else should get richer with your income because because there is this element of force that comes to play. So as much as bonded work is condemned, so is sex work, because it's seen more on. It involves trafficking. It involves no labor rights, and it infringes on personal freedom. And so I find it very difficult to say that sex work is work because it doesn't fulfill any standard of work.
Let me tell you, from my almost 29 years of experience, you see, no girl comes boisterously with her chest out, oh, I want to become a sex worker and take me in, okay, something like that, at least in the Indian context. 99% I can tell you, okay, if they've been forced, they've been tricked, they have been fooled at one point of time, and they might then accept it, etc. And they can even become vested interests themselves, they can become traffickers themselves.
Hello and welcome to my crowdsourcing campaign at Indiegogo. My name is Billy Graham Ram and I am seeking your help and your funds to make a debut documentary on the topic of prostitution in India. The idea to make this documentary came to me when I was having a conversation with one of my friends. She was then working for an NGO that deals with prostitution. She told me that girls from my university were going out to these red light areas to earn extra pocket money. What she told me afterwards has stuck with me till now, that these girls were only going there to be able to afford an extra pair of Levi's jeans. When I did more research on this topic and with the help of various interviews that we have already held for this documentary, I came to understand that there were also girls as young as 5 years of age who were being trafficked from countries such as Nepal and Bangladesh into India for prostitution. Now you see, there are two scenarios in front of you right now. One where the prostitution is done willingly, and the other where the prostitution is made to be done after harassment and trafficking. The discussion that is going on in our country right now is to make certain amendments to the law that governs prostitution in India. But will these amendments help ensure no trafficking at all? Will these amendments give the long due respect that is needed? And will these amendments, most importantly, help in the rehabilitation of these women? These are the questions that I want to answer with my documentary. I want to cover this complete discussion that is going on in our country. The funds that I receive from this campaign will help me to travel to different parts of India to interview people who have been working in this for quite some time. The funds will also help me to buy some equipments that are necessary and crucial to make this documentary. It will also help me to hire people who will be working on this documentary after the shooting for this documentary is done. If you have any questions regarding this documentary and would like to know more about the team that is making this documentary, you can always contact us on our website, that is www.sowers.in. You can help us by contributing whatever amount you can, and you can also help us by sharing this message with your friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
I would love to see a society where women are not sold. But the point is, vision is vision. We have to work towards that goal. Let's create a situation where women are empowered, where there is no hunger, where there is no deprivation. Let's look at the whole model of development.